anglais, puis je vais faire les translations aussi. Mais l'affaire, c'est que je m'exprime mieux en anglais qu'en français, so I could say much more in English. So if you guys see that I'm too much on the English train, tell me, okay, get back to the bilingual train, all right? Or else I'm going to get into my thoughts and no more French, okay? Cool? Fait que premièrement, je vais vous envoyer le programme total dans votre courriel. Au lieu de juste regarder sur le tableau journée 1, 2, 3, puis là, la semaine prochaine, il y a un autre 1, 2, 3. So just send me your emails to derek@crossfitlaval.ca when you guys get home. No email, no program. It's that simple. Okay? I'll give you guys one more reminder. So today's one reminder and tomorrow's the next reminder. After that, you're on your own. That's an Italian gesture. You're on your own. Okay? Cool? Yeah. So, we'll start off. I'll explain everything from A to Z. We're going to start off with a story. So the story is, there's a CrossFit athlete. He's been doing CrossFit for about 2 years. Like you're un athlète de CrossFit. Il a fait du CrossFit pendant 2 ans. Everything's going good. He's doing metcons, gymnastics. He's following the program that his CrossFit box is putting out. Let's say he has a frat time of about 3 minutes. He thinks he's good, right? It's excellent. Good for him. He decides to do some strength. After his WODs, on the weekend, on his rest days, starts doing strength WODs. In about 2-3 weeks after doing these strength workouts, he PRs 60 pounds on his squat. After 3 weeks, he PRs 30 pounds on his bench. Il a fait un PR 60 livres sur son squat, 30 livres sur son bench, 50 livres sur son deadlift. Great, right? Excellent. The bad news is that that's never going to happen. That doesn't happen. You will not start doing a strength program and PR after 3 weeks. C'est impossible. So if you had that idea in your head, ship it off to Never Ever Land, because it's never going to happen, okay? So now, back to what we're doing. We're going to get strong over a long period of time. So you guys are going to make consistent strength gains over a long period of time. And I'm talking anywhere from 3 months to whenever you decide that, okay, I'm strong enough, I'm moving on to gymnastics, endurance, or I'm just sticking it old school CrossFit. Mais le but, c'est de devenir plus fort like this, long period of time. This is what I want. Tu commences ici, gains, 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 gains. A lot of people, tout le monde, commencent leur programme ici. They make gains, so they're laughing at this guy. Look at me, I'm laughing at you. You're tired, making gains, still laughing. Tired, making gains, tired, 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 tired. And now look what's happening. Oh shit, how come I had a 60 pounds over you like 3 weeks ago? What happened? And now this is happening. And then he tries to beat the guy, and then he goes down. And look what's happening. Over a course of 6 months, he started here, and he ended up here. This guy, this patient fellow, stick to the plan and he made huge gains. Does that make sense? Yep. Everyone understands? Tu comprends?
Ouais.
Cool? So that's what the goal of the plan is. And remember that you guys are CrossFit athletes before strength athletes. CrossFit is the priority. You are just using strength to add something to your toolbox. But you will not get strong right away. It's going to take some time. Because I want you guys to become strong, yes, 100%. But I also want you guys to keep your Fran time at 245. And not, you know, have a 450-pound back squat and your Fran went from 3 minutes to 4:15 because you're a hippopotamus now. And your legs can't move. Make sense? Cool? Alright. If you guys have questions, ou si vous ne comprenez pas mon anglais, just stop me. I'll I'll try to translate. All right? So like I said, send me all your emails, and I'll send you guys the programming so you guys have everything, okay? So, the rules. There's upper days. Fait qu'il y a des workouts que c'est du haut du corps. Il y a des workouts que c'est le bas du corps, right? Deadlift days, squat days, lower, and everything else is upper. So for the lower days, deadlifts and squat days, every single set, you need to increase by 10 to 20 pounds. Every set. 10 to 20 on lower days. Okay? On upper days, bench, rows, it's 5 to 10 each set. Each set. That makes sense? Cool? Alright. So I'll give you an example. Everyone has that engraved into their mind. So lower, because it's a bigger muscle group, and you could power more, it's 10 to 20. Upper, because it's a smaller muscle group than the lower, 5 to 10. Every single set. So I'll show you what I mean. And this will answer most of your questions that you had on the floor when you guys are doing the workouts. Comment est-ce que à quoi je commence? C'est quoi les pourcentages? What do I start with? Viens les pourcentages pour maintenant. We're not going to work with percentages up to now. Think of yourselves as restarting your strength journey. You don't know what your numbers are. You don't know what your deadlift is. You don't know what your bench is, your press, or your squat. None of that. You don't know. La raison, c'est que je veux que vous augmentez votre volume. Once your legs get used to the squats and your back gets used to the deadlifts, etc., then you could know what your PR is. Only after the cycle, which is going to be about 6 cycles, and I'll explain what that is as well. Back to the example. You have a squat at 5 by 3. 5 by 3 squat. Let's say I try it out for the first time. Maybe go 165 for my first set, 175 for my second, 185 for my third, 195 for my fourth, and 205 for my fifth. Est-ce que je respecte les règles ici? Are the rules being respected? What are the rules?
10 to 20 pounds.
10 to 20 for lower, right?
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'm very good. So now, that was day 1. Fait que 10 jours y a passé, you guys did the other 7 workouts because there's a total of 8. Fait que là, t'es à ton squat workout une autre fois. Right? So now, you're looking at your log sheet. Pause this for a second. I want you guys to write every single set down with all your weights. Write everything down. Cool? We'll continue. So now, it's the second time you're doing this workout. What should your first set be?
175.
175 minimum, correct? Does everyone agree? So, your numbers are going to look like this now.
For a minimum, but you can do more.
For a minimum, thank you. For a minimum. If you're a real cowboy and you got a long rope, well, you can go 165 to 185 if you want. You can go from 175 to 195. I wouldn't right away. Just because if you do that, and you go from 205 to 225, well, the third time you do this, you gotta go minimum 235. To jump 30 pounds in 3 weeks, maybe it's a bit much. Maybe it's not, but I'd play it safe for at least a cycle. For at least 1 cycle, meaning an 8-day chunk. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, we're happy about that?
Yeah.
Third time we do this workout. 185, 195, all the way down to, we're supposed to have how much here as minimum? 25, right? So, I agree that 225 is not heavy for a squat. It's not that heavy for most of us. Most of us, you know, it starts getting sticky at maybe 255. It starts getting sticky. However, this is good volume. So we're going to prioritize volume, volume, volume. And in 5 cycles, well, these numbers are going to go to 205, 215, 225, 235, 245. And then you have another set of squats to do, and probably another set of squats. So always remember that. If you're on your 3rd week, puis 2,25 c'est encore vite, bon, mais là tu peux faire ton increase de 20 livres. Now you're in the work, because you know that, okay, the next time I gotta go 255. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, we have to prioritize moving the bar quickly and not missing. So on a scale from 1 to 10, the effort should be about a 7 to 7.5. I don't want you guys to start squatting and it looks like this on your 2nd week, because you will fail. You will be like the show-off guy that was laughing at the smart guy. You're going to be that guy. If you play your cards right, you're going to be this guy. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to do an example of the upper D because you guys understand it, right? An increase of 5 to 10 au lieu de 10 à 20. C'est les mêmes règles. Same thing. Okay? I suggest, actually not I suggest, you guys should get a training partner. Someone that is on the same schedule as you work-wise, meaning, okay, Chris, je vais faire la force avec toi chaque lundi, mercredi, vendredi à 6h30. Is that cool with you? Yeah. Is that cool with me? Yeah. You miss it, we're not friends no more. You know, it's got to be serious. It's got to be serious. And don't take someone that is much stronger than you. You know what I mean? So if Chris's squat is at 350, he'll go with someone that squat is anywhere from 325 to about, let's say, 385. In that range. Okay? But I'd rather you have a partner than no partner. So if there's a guy with a 225 squat and he's on your schedule, then yeah, go for it. Go for it. Okay? And the reason for that is because in all these movements, the squat, the bench press, you guys should have a spotter behind you, which I'll show you when we go downstairs to show you all the movements. Because I do not want you guys to miss any reps. Because whenever you miss a rep, the body remembers that. And it's also psychological. C'est quand tu t'en vas pour un snatch. Un 185 en avant de toi. Tu sais que habituellement, je manque mon 185. So when you're standing at that bar, and you go to the bar, what do you think your brain's going to say? I usually miss this guy. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to freaking miss it. So let's not miss anything. Let's plan our weights accordingly so that when we go to our 315 back squat, we never miss 315. Why are we missing that? What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get it. Next week, 325. I got 315 last week. This shouldn't be a problem. You're going to get it. And it's a domino effect. Domino effect. Instead of shooting for the stars, missing, and after it becomes psychological. Oh, mon 220 snatch, je le manque toujours. I don't want to do it. I always miss it. Okay, let's chill and let's really be confident under that bar. Cool? So, in the programming, I'm going into details now, but I'll really be quick on it. There's a lot of dead stops. Il n'y a pas de touch and go. La raison, c'est que quand tu as 3,15 d'un deadlift et tu fais dead stop, toujours des resets, c'est un vrai 3,15. Au lieu de faire des touch and go, ça commence à 3,15. You're like, oh, the first rep's always the hardest. On Diane, when you drop the bar on Diane, you're like, man, I gotta pick it back up. It's so hard to pick it back up. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're working with a true 315. So you're gonna do your rep, you're gonna rest on the floor, make it stop bouncing, and get it again. And then when you go and hit the .com workouts and there's a touch and goes, you guys are going to be laughing in your head saying, wow, this is beautiful because, man, those dead stops have been kicking my ass for 6 weeks and I'm